back, students. We are going to continue with the covalent or molecular hydrides. Covalent and molecular hydrides. So the covalent or molecular hydrides, what are these? Let's see and see all the different properties and the uses for covalent and molecular hydrides. So the definition for these hydrides will be these hydrides are formed by the combination of these hydrides are formed by the combination of elements of comparatively higher electronegativity. As of that p block elements. Okay, the elements of the p block. Generally, the elements of the p block forms this kind of hydrides, that is molecular or covalent hydrides. Here we will see that the general formula for the hydrides which are formed here, it will be denoted by the formula EH8 minus N. Okay, EH8 minus N, where N is the number of the group. Where N is the number of group of the p block element from where we have taken the element. Generally, the systematic names of the hydrides usually form the name as that of the element, and the suffix "N" is being used out there. Okay, we will use the suffix here for denoting such hydrides by a suffix "N". Okay, so for example, if I am taking an example here, PH3, this is phosphane. Okay, GeH4, germane. SiH4, silane. Okay, silane, etc., etc. These are the some of the names of the hydrides which are formed by the p block elements or the high electronegative elements. However, these are commonly known by their these are the proper IUPAC name. Okay, but their common names can be for PS3 it is phosphine. Okay, if I am forming hydride of oxygen, then it will be water. Okay, if I am forming the hydride of nitrogen, then it will be called as ammonia. So these are the common name or the popular name of the hydrides which are formed here. Okay, generally the nomenclature of water can be done as oxidane. Okay, its name can be oxidane, and here for nitrogen it can be azane. Ammonia's hydride will be called as azane. Okay, so these are the different naming properties and the general formula for your covalent or molecular hydrides. Moving further here, we will see the preparation of the hydrides, that is the covalent or molecular hydrides. Okay, preparation of covalent and molecular hydrides. So here the first method is the preparation for the preparation of covalent or molecular hydrides by the direct combination of elements. Here, for example, if H2 is combining with fluorine at 23 Kelvin temperature to form hydrogen fluoride, when hydrogen is combined with the water in the presence of any electric discharge, 2H2O is formed, that is water is formed. When hydrogen, that is three hydrogen molecules, is reacted with one nitrogen molecule in the presence of catalyst iron and molybdenum at a temperature of 673 Kelvin and a pressure of 200 atm, ammonia is formed. Okay, so these are some of the this is the first method for the preparation of molecular hydrides, that is from the direct combination of the elements. Next is the by hydrolysis of metal borides, carbides, nitrides and phosphides, etc. So here, if I am taking an example here for magnesium boride, Mg3b2, when it is hydrolyzed, okay, when it is undergone hydrolysis process, here magnesium hydroxide will be formed with diborane. Okay. That is the boron's hydride is formed out here. Calcium phosphide, Ca3p2, 6H2O. Okay, the hydrolysis of calcium phosphide is taken place here. Here, calcium hydroxide will be formed out with PS3, that is phosphane. Mg3 and 2, nitride of magnesium, magnesium nitride. When it is hydrolyzed, it is the hydrolysis of magnesium nitride is taken place. Here, magnesium hydroxide plus ammonia will be formed out. Ammonia will be formed out. Okay. Next, aluminium carbide. When hydrolysis of aluminium carbide is taken place, then aluminium hydroxide and methane gas will be formed. So this is the process of preparation of molecular hydrides or covalent hydrides by hydrolysis method. Next is the by action of acids on suitable binary compounds. Suitable binary compounds. Here Al4C3 plus 12 HCl. So when aluminium carbide, okay, aluminium carbide is reacted with hydrochloric acid, here methane will be formed with aluminium chloride. Similarly, when magnesium boride is reacted with phosphoric acid, tetraborane will be formed with magnesium phosphate and hydrogen gas. Iron sulfide plus sulfuric acid, then Here hydrogen sulfide, hydride of sulfur, that is hydrogen sulfide is formed with ferrous sulfur. Okay, so this is the action of acids on binary compounds, suitable binary compounds. Next process is by reduction of certain compounds with reducing agents like lithium aluminium hydride, sodium borohydride in ether solution. Okay, in ether solution. For example, barium chloride is reduced by lithium aluminium hydride to form diborane aluminium chloride and lithium chloride. Silicon chloride in the presence of lithium aluminium hydride will form silane AlCl3 plus LiCl. Tin chloride on reduction with lithium aluminium hydride in the presence of ethereal solution will prepare lithium chloride, aluminium chloride and stannane, that is tin hydride. Okay, stannane. So these are some of the preparation methods for the covalent or molecular hydrides. The next topic which we are going to discuss here is the general characteristics. The general characteristics of covalent hydrides. So the general characteristics of covalent hydride contains: first, the molecular hydrides are soft. The molecular hydrides are soft. As they are soft, okay, as they are soft, so they have low melting and boiling point. Low melting point and low boiling point, and are volatile in nature. And are volatile in nature. They have low electrical conductivity. They have low electrical conductivity. The properties of covalent hydrides depends upon the electronegativity electronegativity difference between hydrogen and atom bonded to it. Okay, the properties of the covalent hydride depends on the electronegativity difference between the hydrogen and the atoms bonded to it. For example, if um, we will see increasing acidic character when we are moving from left to right in forming the compounds there. For example, NH3 is more basic as comparison to H2O, which is neutral. Okay, H2O which is neutral, while the PS3 will be acidic in nature. Okay, so the acidic nature will be increasing out as we are moving from left to right here in the P block elements which are forming the hydrides. Okay, so on moving from left to right, the acidic character will increase. Acidic character increase. Okay, these are the some of the properties which are depending on the type of electronegativity between the hydrogen and the bond which is between the hydrogen and the compound element which is compounded. Now, molecular hydrides can be further divided into three parts. Okay, the molecular hydrides can be further divided into three parts. So we can say that classification of molecular hydrides. Classification of molecular hydrides. Number one, electron deficient molecular hydrides. The first type here is electron deficient molecular hydrides. So here the hydrides having these have less electron for writing their conventional Lewis structure. For writing their conventional Lewis structure. Okay. For example, here we can take the hydrides which are formed by group number 30. Okay, the hydrides of group 13 element. Okay, for the hydrides formed by the group 13 element, they will be having deficient. Okay, they will be having deficient electrons in them. So, for example, BS3 has been formed. So, the BS3 will exist in the form of B2H6, that is diborane. Okay, diborane. Similarly, aluminium hydride, that is Al3H3, AlH3 will be in the form of AlH3N. Okay, due to the deficiency of electrons, in order to write down their Lewis structure. Okay, they will be having this kind of nature. The structure of the diborane here, which is formed out here, it is having structure like boron with three hydrogens. Okay, so one, two, three. Like this, it is shared out here. Three electrons of the boron. It is shared out with hydrogen. One molecule of boron hydride is something like this. So here you can see that only 6 electrons are present for the boron. For the boron, only 6 electrons are present, which will be insufficient for completing its octet here. So here what will happen? 2bs3. Okay, 2bs3 will be present out here, in which 2bs3 will be present out here, in which one of the hydrogens paired electron, okay, it will be shared up between the both the hydrides, okay, both the boron hydrides. It will be shared here, something like this. And by using this configuration, we can see that now it is having 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this structure which is found out here, it is generally shown by a curve like this. Okay. This curve shows that two electrons is been shared up between these two molecules of boron hydride. Okay. And this is known as banana bond. This bond is known as banana bond. Next, moving to the next topic here, that is the next classification of molecular hydride, electron precise molecular hydride. Electron precise molecular hydrides. So electron precise molecular hydrides here, these have sufficient number of electrons required for their conventional Lewis structure. Okay, for example, group 14 elements, the group 14 elements, okay, they are having, for example, CH4. So the structure of CH4 is, okay, so here 8 electrons are there for carbon and 2 electrons for each hydrogen. So hence it is a electron precise molecular hydride. The third type is the electron rich molecular hydride. Electron rich molecular hydride. These have excess of electron as required by conventional Lewis structures. Okay, the excess of electron are present as lone pairs of electron. Generally, the group 15 and group 17 hydrides are having this kind of nature. Okay. So here example will be oxygen having two lone pairs and two hydrogen combined to it. This is the structure from water. Okay. For sulfur H2S also, sulfur two lone pairs and two hydrogens are combined to sulfur. Okay, so these are the some examples of the uh, formation of hydrides with the uh, group 15 to 617 elements. Okay, for NH3 also you can see H, H, H and one lone pair will be here. Okay, NH3 structure. So these are some of the hydrides which are having more electrons for forming their molecular that is the forming their conventional Lewis diagram. Okay, in that one exception is there. The exception is the water and HF. They are somewhat in the polymeric form. Okay, they are somewhat present in the polymeric form, and the reason is that they are having hydrogen bonds. Okay, they are having hydrogen bonds present between the molecules of the water here. Similarly, HF also is forming hydrogen bond, and due to this reason these both are in liquid state. Okay, due to presence of hydrogen bond, they are present in the liquid state. So for today class, I am concluding the class here only, and in the next class we will see the last type of hydride, that is metallic or interstitial hydride. So thank you for today. We will continue in the next class.